Bob, we were hoping for a little bit of a glimpse of good news, but you said with the way the weather pattern is moving through, we might have some more red tide coming.
Yeah, not the best. And the red tide's always been there,
Right.
but we had the east wind for the past couple of days, which alleviated the problem a little bit. Not as bad as it has been, but that west wind comes back, and the wave height gets a little higher as a result of that west wind, and then aerosolizes the red tide, and of course comes back on shore, which can be a problem. And the news is, though, that it is sporadic. It's not a contiguous red tide that's covering the entire sun coast, but it's out there, and it is really quite severe at this point. Here's what's happening, though. We'll take a look away from the red tide and just look at our gorgeous sky, right? Here's the tower cam shot, ABC 7, showing a beautiful sunset again tonight. A little bit of rain came in, some clouds came in, some high clouds. We also had some African dust floating by associated with this tropical upper tropospheric trough, and that has created this beautiful sunset again tonight. And we had some wonderful photos sent in, as we always do. This one before the sunset, a nice rainbow there in Bradenton, some light rain coming down. Sandy getting that shot. And David Kreimer, 17th Street Ballpark. I played a lot of softball games there. It must have been about 15 years I played softball there. And a lot of fun. He called me out a few times. He's the umpire. Golden Gate, Norm Schimmel. Norm, it is golden, isn't it? Golden and red and pink. Beautiful colors right there. Well, we can expect a few coastal storms coming back into play now in the morning. That's right. We're going to change the timing around again with this westerly wind that's been so prevalent this summer. Again, that's the result of a trough of low pressure in the eastern third of the nation. West winds will dominate, it looks like, right on in through the weekend and beyond. And that brings mainly inland storms late in the afternoon. Now, there'll be a few near the coast. But most of that action, the strong storms will be in the inland areas pushing toward the east coast over the upcoming days now, with the chance for a few coastal morning showers. Titan radar showing all the light rain that was around earlier, it's gone now. We had some bigger storms inland where some areas got up nearly 2 inches of rainfall. I wanted to show you this here. We haven't had much of a hurricane season here yet, but boy, Hawaii just missed a huge hurricane. Category 3 Hector continues to move south of the islands, creating some big waves and some big surf for the islands right there. Well, we have our winds in many different directions tonight because of the rain that was around, and it's a bit breezier in Lakewood Ranch and Old Myaca, but generally light over North Manatee County. All these winds are now out of the east-northeast. Still good news, but I think by tomorrow afternoon it will stay on a westerly course for the most part. As far as that wind forecast goes, very light winds tomorrow as that high pressure will be right over the top of us as it makes its trek down to the Florida Straits. And then by the afternoon, all of it's pretty much west onshore, continuing on Thursday afternoon, evening, and then into Friday and Saturday. This upper level low that you see right here is spinning off to the west, a little African dust mixed in with that, and that dry air is starting to thin out a bit. But our rain chances are not all that high tomorrow. Only at about 30%, even less on into Friday at 20%. Notice the motion and movement off to the east on Thursday afternoon. Same goes for Friday. A few morning showers are possible, and then most of it will be inland, not much, and then better chances for rain for inland areas on Saturday and Sunday. Well, we have a tropical system, but there's not a big problem with it. It is Debbie, not much of a storm. It's gained strength, 50-mile-an-hour winds now. It's moving to the northeast at 13. Expected to dissipate or turn into a low, it looks like, by sometime late tomorrow. Currently, we have clear skies, 78 degrees. We have an east-southeast wind at 6. And as far as the high goes today, it was 91 degrees. That's 1 degree above the average. And as far as boaters go, looks to be okay out there. Seas will be running 2 feet or less, really, and just a light chop. Southwest winds turn to the west in the afternoon, 5 to 10. The extended forecast, I mentioned that slight chance for showers tomorrow, Friday at 20%. And then we bounce it back up a little higher to more seasonal averages on Saturday, Sunday, and throughout much of next week. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob.